how much money should a guy make per year? And I think this is just interesting stuff just because the whole red pill manosphere, they have a way that they look at women and women have a way that they look at men. So this should be pretty cool.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Daily Dropout. I'm Danny. Today I'm going to be asking girls, how much money should a guy make per year?
This is too general of a question, but in the United States, how much money is a good amount of money you think that a guy could be making?
I think that anything over about $60,000 a year is pretty comfortable for you to live a life where you could support a family. 84% of women say that the option to be a stay-at-home mum for at least a few years is something that they aspire to have. That's not to do, but the option to be able to have it. I'm sure you've seen the stats that say over $75,000 a year, your happiness doesn't really seem to increase that much linearly. It's kind of like drugs. You need to double the amount of income to get the same increase in happiness. So it's like 75, 150, 300, 600, 1.2.
If you double the amount of drugs, you get more happy?
That's the way it works.
Oh, wow.
All right. Hi, guys. So my question for you is, how much money do you think a guy should make per year?
I have no clue.
She's going to say some hype,
$1
right?
million, $2 million?
Nice.
Sometimes I wonder if some people are just unaware of
These are young
how
people.
money
Pretty
works.
young people, yeah.
And this is Arizona State University, right? Arizona State University, ASU is like known as a party school, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Or I think a lot of hot chicks go there.
Yeah.
I think.
Interesting.
We'll find out.
Like fully like adult? Someone that you would consider wanting to be with the rest of your life. 300K.
3 figures.
Okay. So why is that?
Just because, like, that's a stable income, I'd say.
100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
No, that's 500 is
Like normal?
on a good day. Yeah. I mean, it depends.
Okay. A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah. Millions.
Mills. Shit. Okay.
I don't really care. I like
She has
when
a
guys like
longboard
pay
too.
for
There we
dates
go.
and stuff.
She's
If a
chill.
guy made 30K a year, is that something you're okay with?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Like your husband?
Oh shit, husband. Yeah, I think that would be fine. If it was my husband, I'd be in love with him. So yeah.
Let's
there
go.
you go.
100,000.
120K. K and like maybe like 120.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like 80 to 150.
I love the fact that there's some periods of girls where like one girl, there was a girl before that did 100 and the other girl was like 120. Home girl there's like, yeah, 80 to 120. She's like 80 to 150.
You have low standards.
Yeah, exactly. Just the nastiest little fucking snipe.
She's already like, my imaginary husband already makes more than your imaginary husband.
You frugal bitch.
Oh, God.
What is the lowest you would go, though?
500,000.
I could have a nice like settled life with like a 200,000 a year. Like normal, great. Yeah.
What's the lowest, though, that you would go for?
I don't think money is stopping. Maybe like a.
It has to be. You just said 1 or 2 mil.
I was going to take a wild guess and say that everyone that they showed probably is from a household that makes about 200.
That's what I was about to say.
Just a random guess. I don't have any idea how much it costs to go to school, but it's probably very expensive.
And the chick with the longboard probably comes from a working class background. That's a problem as well, though, that the background and the lifestyle that you come from in terms of your family also is going to restrict your mating pool. So like, this is what we talked about. For people that didn't watch the podcast, go and watch the podcast. We talked about this at length and it was really great. The tall girl problem is what I've deemed this ever increasing group of high performing women competing for an ever decreasing group of ultra high performing men. Women on average earn £1,111 more than men do between the ages of 21 and 29, and 2 women for every 1 man will complete a 4-year US college degree by 2030. On average, women want a man who is wealthier and better educated than them, or at least the same. But the problem is, as you have this ever increasing group of women, there is a smaller and smaller cohort of men that are as educated or more educated or employed than them. Everybody has the tall girlfriend, right, who is 5'11" without heels. And if you want to date a man that's taller than you and you want to wear heels, you're looking at like professional athletes, right? Yeah. There is a very small pool of men for whom you can do this. Now, if you already come into the situation with a upper middle class, 300K is like, got to be upper class. It's not even middle class, right? If you come into it with that as your set point, and then you start to earn relatively well, your preferences are totally skewed. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to work out what it is that you want? Mm-hmm. And also, you can snide your mate by saying, like, my imaginary husband's richer than your imaginary husband.
Power Project family, if you're trying to increase your muscle mass, if you're trying to lose body fat, if you're trying to stick to your nutrition plan, if you're trying to get fit, pretty much if there's anything you're trying to do for your health, we know that sleep is the biggest determining factor to help you get from point A to point B. That's why we've been sleeping on 8 Sleep mattresses for probably more than 2 years now. And the main reason is the technology behind the Pod Pro. Now, the Pod Pro is like the Tesla of beds. It will change its temperature based off of how you're sleeping during the night. And if you have a partner that's sleeping on the other side, they could have their own temperature settings. We all sleep hot here, and I used to wake up in a puddle of my own sweat.
Gross.
That doesn't happen anymore because of the 8 Sleep mattress, and I've been getting the best sleep of my life. Now, if you don't want to replace your mattress, you can just get the Pod Pro cover, and you can put that over your current mattress to get all the benefits of 8 Sleep. But if you also need to replace your old nasty mattress, you can get the Pod Pro cover and the 8 Sleep mattress. Andrew, how can they get it?
Yes, you guys got to head over to 8sleep.com/powerproject, and you guys will automatically receive $150 off of your order. Again, 8sleep.com/powerproject. Links to them down in the description as well as the podcast show notes.
It's a brutal reality that as women accumulate more status, resources, and education, they limit their own dating pool and then have to compete. Let's say that you're a 30-year-old who's worth $100,000 a year and has a PhD as a woman. You're competing with a 20-year-old bar barista from Starbucks, and the partner that you're trying to get doesn't see much difference between the two of you. Like, honestly, guys do not care about the partner's education level or employment. That's not to say they don't care about conscientiousness or intelligence, but the reason that most women care about them for men is that it's a proxy for both. Men are just happy with the intelligence regardless of the education level. The same isn't quite so true in reverse.
Right.
These street interviews are ruthless, man.
That's what I'm
they
saying,
are
yeah.
really, really good at making people look dumb.
Right.
I mean, we have managed to find some grade A candidates. Yeah, this is like weapons grade, nuclear warhead style street interviewing. One slight concern that you do see coming out of advice on the manosphere is that it can cause men to obsess over how much money they do earn and to also kind of count themselves out of the dating market if they don't earn a particular amount. And don't get me wrong, like on average, women want to, but that's on average. No, I think
This would black pill people.
yeah. So the problem with this video, and it's been doing the rounds for a little while, is that these girls are so young. They haven't been whacked in the face by life all that much. So it's a very idealized version of relationships. If you're 18 or 19, you've had what? One boyfriend or a couple of boyfriends perhaps at best through high school. And now you're at college and you're being confronted by this girl who's got... This is the thing about street interviews. You don't know the difference between what's called revealed and stated preferences, right? So stated preferences are what you want to tell the world you want, and revealed preferences are what you actually end up wanting. Now, for the most part, what happens is women will underplay the hypergamy when they state it. It's like when you face the stark reality of heading to work every day while your husband stays in the house to like play dolls with the kids, that might be a little bit different. But you also have another like signal thing going on here, which is that the wealth of your partner as a woman is a indicator of your status. The same thing happens in reverse for the attractiveness of your mate as a man. So men that have more attractive partners are seen as higher status by both men and women. So men don't just want an attractive partner because they're attracted to them, but because of what it says about them to the other people around them. And the same is true for women when it comes to the partner income. So here you have this very like performative. You'll notice that all of the girls that were on their own said less on average, I think. The girls that were in a group started to like bid each other up because they don't want to be like, do you want to be the girl in the group of friends where everyone's gone 200 grand, 300 grand,
50 grand?
Do you want to be the 50 grand girl? Like, obviously not. So street interviews are funny, but I would take them with a mountain of salt when it comes to indicating people's mating preferences.
Especially on a college campus.
With like children, basically. Yes.
Or any interview with any Miami girl.
At all times.
You know.
Chris Will X on Instagram and Twitter, Chris Williamson on YouTube, and Modern Wisdom on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else.
Strength is never weakness, weakness never strength. Catch you guys later. Bye.